Marked at half-back, the little fella. He drives to a contest. Oh, Healy was held, I felt. Could have been a free kick, Daniel Healy. But Daniel checked it. Lets it roll over the line on the true centre wing position.
Peter, when Peter Everett came back on, he was very, very angry man. I just hope he can control his emotions and just play footy now. He's just lost it. It just looks like he's completely out of it, not even concentrating on the game.
Thanks, Couchy. Yes, he had a great first quarter. He was one of the reasons St Kilda led by 51 points at the first change. That's out of bounds again. Taylor's got it.
I think a true testament of any great player or champion, Pete, is a player like Shane Crawford today. Robert Harvey certainly cut him up in the first quarter and a half. He was actually removed from the St Kilda champion. In this, the third quarter, there they are at the back of this contest. They're playing along each side, each other. The best thing about it, they've stabilised that position. Harvey's only had 4 possessions in this quarter, and Crawford's had 5.
Harford trying to find Smith. Joel Smith came into the match in the second quarter. He was one of the players who lifted Hawthorn. They didn't win the second term by much, but they won it by 7 points.
And Brown's been cut out of it, Pete, hasn't he?
Yep.
And Mick?
Well, he had 20 possessions, virtually 1.5 quarters of football. Trianides. Off a step, Colica tries to get front and does get front position.
It's also good to see that Nathan Burke has been pushed up into the midfield. He's just an important in and under player for the St Kilda team, especially when they're trying to stem a tide.
Harford and Burke punch away by the latter. Taylor gets there, but the ball's over the line again for another throw-in on centre wing. As the clock ticks down to three-quarter time, we've got just over 2 minutes remaining, and the Saints by 3 points after they led by 63 points late in the first quarter. Low and Salmon.
Free kick to Burke, no. Up by saying he was staging that. Oh, they went in very, very hard. There's Nathan Burke doing the heavy work. Jones to Harvey. Here goes the Brownlow medalist. He just gets his boot to it. Down towards half-forward. Everett's got it. He might kick a goal. Peter Everett, the villain. Oh, have a look at that for a goal.
He's class, isn't he?
Oh, fantastic. Is that a team lifter? He was the villain of the piece. He's redeemed himself.
Once again, Nathan Burke just in congestion. He thinks his way through a tight situation. Just held the handball up to give the space to Jones, who in turn gave the ball to the run of Harvey. Bad checking there from the Hawthorn defence to allow Everett to swing on his favoured left foot and shoot for goal.
Peter Everett has the last word. Or maybe in this quarter he has the last word by kicking his first goal. Comes to Trianides again. The Saints have answered the challenge. Up it comes towards half-forward. Heatley nearly. In fact, there was a mark. So they might be able to get 2 within the space of about a minute. And that would be a really good steadier right on three-quarter time. Good sides can come back, and St Kilda, they are a top side. No doubt about that. Going for their 8th win of the season. They've only got 2 goals for the quarter. That one by Everett, and of course earlier in the quarter Stewie Lowe got a goal from a free kick. Jason Heatley, and Peter McKenna speaks volumes about his goal-kicking ability.
He hasn't kicked one today, Pete.
Let's see if he can convert here. That one's home for all money. Whoa, careful. Bit of aggro out there. Hawthorn and St Kilda matches usually have that. We haven't seen it up until this quarter. They were very fiery affairs, some of those games down at Moorabbin. Straight through the high diddle-diddle. Don't argue. There's a couple of good heads.
Well, that's not a pretty looking sight. Mark Graham and Jason Heatley mouthing off at each other from about 2 millimetres away. 14-7 it plays 12-4. Saints in front, Low in the ruck. Centre bounce clearance is very, very important. Matthew Young went without it. Strong work in there, and the umpire will come in and bounce it. But whatever happens, Mick, at least Hawthorn have put themselves back in a position to win the game.
Well, they certainly have. The game is winnable from Hawthorn's point of view. just hope they can stabilise this last minute and don't allow St Kilda to go forward and kick another one.
Well, a goal either way would be invaluable here. Here's Leckis. He's very, very cool. Harford, oh, that was a beautiful hand pass to Crawford. Crawford bends it back on a good lead. That's good play by Crawford to Thompson. Now they want to move.
Another short.
He's brought it into Leckis. Leckis will kick from 40 metres. No, have a shot. You know what you're saying, Mick? The rock was
on his own,
wider, but on a worse angle. So have a shot from 40. Angelo Leckis, he is a very cool customer. And gee, the Hawks want this one with 19 seconds to three-quarter time. He's an up and under kick. It's a good-looking kick. It's a goal. The Hawks come back again.
This has been an amazing quarter of footy. First of all, the Hawthorn team jumped into the game by kicking the first 4 of the third quarter. Then Lowy stemmed the tide by kicking a much-needed one from a free kick, a dubious one at that, when there should have been a free kick in midfield for the Hawthorn team to Vandenberg. And Hawthorn kicked the next 4, only for St Kilda to return with 2. Then the Leckis goal keeps them in the game.
It's Hawthorn's second best ever quarter of football, the third quarter, second best third quarter of football against St Kilda. So a couple of records here today. Taylor, can they get another one before three-quarter time?
Oh, what an amazing.
And that is the siren, I think. So Holland will get a chance to kick his third goal, his second of the quarter.
What a good mark too, Mick, wasn't it?
And there's another centre bounce clearance, Pete, that we spoke about. It's been the difference in this quarter. But that is courage at its best. Backing back, knowing the next line of players would certainly commit themselves because they'd know how far the quarter had gone. But Holland, he's been terrific in this quarter. He's had 5 possessions, taken 3 tally marks, and this could be a sensational shot on goal to go into the three-quarter time huddle.
He's got it. That is an important goal for Hawthorn. Holland kicks his third, and the Hawks again get to within a kick here at Waverley in the battle of the co-tenants. Burke confronts the umpires and gets assistance from Lowe. What an amazing turnaround of football. I think I used the expression the game was over earlier, but obviously the Hawks had different ideas. If they heard me, it worked.
Yeah, what an unbelievable game. It just goes to show when you've got 22 committed players to go at the footy in a more disciplined manner than the opposition, you give yourself a chance. And that's what the competitive nature of any game of footy is.
Well, it's 3 points the difference here at Waverley. Don't go away. 1 quarter to go. Well, the Saints led by 10 goals at one stage. It's now just 3 points the difference as we begin the final quarter. Stuart Lowe in the ruck. Interesting. Taylor's got it and gets taken to the ground in the tackle. And it's going to be a ball up.
Yeah, and Nathan Burke's actually started the last quarter in the middle, playing on Harford. Crawford's in there with also Harvey. Those 4 players will have a fair bit to say in the outcome of this game.
Lowe and Salmon. Won by Salmon. Leckis. Francis has got him. Might have been taken high. Not so. Harford. A little give. Look away hand pass to Crawford. Wakeland. Carr. Goes for the boundary line. Will he find it? He finds Burke. That's a better option, you'd reckon. Gets clear of Harford. Back to Crawford, but the boundary line is too close. It beats him and Brown over the line for throw-in on centre wing. So early in the final quarter, no decisive break from midfield. Couchy, the bench for the Hawkers.
Jonathan Robram, Ben Dixon, Richard Vandenberg and Nathan Turvey.
Thanks, Couchy. Throw in centre wing. First goal vital here. Low. Salmon out the back. Chance for Carr. Gets onto it quickly. Elliott. Free kick going St Kilda's way. Barry Hall claims it. He was one of the villains in that third quarter when they got 2 consecutive 50-metre penalties, Hawthorn. Here's Everett. Good punch by Hay. Chick gets the bounce that he wanted. Goes for the boundary line. Taylor. Good tackle. Francis. Ball jarred free in it. Chick picks it up close to the line. Keeps it in play. Blocked by Crawford on Harvey. Elliott off half a step. Oh, on his own. Heatley. Oh.